What's going on, everybody? Got Cody Ashmore, and here's today's trade recap from a trade that was done in small account mentorship and in the options room at Simpler Trading. So every day I wake up with a basically decision tree if I'm looking for things to go directional or sideways. And I'll break down why I was looking for things to go sideways here in a moment, but ultimately ended up entering in a 0 DTE Iron fly. And my goal was to really just take $2 out of it. And I'll show you what I mean here. So now here is the orders. First, we'll talk about everyone wants to see the money first, right? So show the money. So you can see at 8:52, almost. So we'll call it 22 minutes after the open. Entered a 4,400 iron fly for 16.50, and you can see less than an hour later we locked it up for $2. So what does that mean? So for me, I put on 3, those $2. That means today I walked away with a total of $600 profit. And the winning streak continues. And if you're curious about what winning streak I'm talking about, there's this one. So plop the $600 that has occurred today. So keeping that going, dreading the day I have to tell you that a loss comes in, but to be quite honest, it's probably going to come. All right, so this is the trade, how I made $600 in less than an hour in the trade, and it really didn't matter what the market did. So to really explain to you what I like to do is I wake up and I look at the charts. I go, okay, I'm looking for things to go directional or sideways. There's a few things I look at to help me get that idea, but I'm not really going to go into a whole lot of detail about that because it make this video very long. Ultimately, the point of this video is to explain why I did what I did today. So before I get started, here is the alert so everyone can know that it was sent out to everyone, all of our members. Right, see right here, we're entering the iron fly. Here is the position management, how to work on it if needed, or roll it and whatnot. But nonetheless, here is the winning order that happened shortly afterwards. So it all played out. There's the alert for y'all to see, and yes, and the Sam pack, because a pack that hunts together eats together. I do emphasize on the wolf pack type of thing. But all right, so let's talk about the trade. So here is ES, right? In the nutshell, why was I thinking sideways? Really because we came down to this zone, and we're rallying right back up to it, and we're kind of going sideways. And at the moment, we were starting to pull back a lot here. So I was like, okay, maybe we're just a little dip to the 50 area and then we'll rally. Ultimately, I was wrong on that aspect, but it doesn't really quite matter because in the end, we still were profitable. It's just a little, hey, if you play options correctly, you could be wrong and still be right. Here are the break-evens on the position that we put on. I'll go ahead and maximize this real quick for you. So as of right now, it is busting through the break-even point where we're already on the trade. But we entered the trade, it oscillated, and then locked it up. Just to give you a more granular look at what the market did. So if we got in at, let's just do it, we're at 8:53. Come down to 8:53. So this candle. Right there, boom, got into position. And then we closed it at 9:48. So this guy. So we got in here, got out here. That's all that happened. And our break even is, like I said, all the way basically right where we're at right now. So in a nutshell, what is the benefit of this video? Like, how can I help you here? Well, to be quite honest, it is, I had a neutral thesis on the market. Here is the position. It is outside of this zone at this moment. If I was still in, I would have to manage it. But the goal was to take $2, right? And based off of how I was expecting price to potentially oscillate around down here, then I was looking to collect the $2. And if I wouldn't have been able to collect the $2, then I would have, I had parameters in place to manage it. So, in a nutshell, price was at resistance on ES, or in this little box. I was expecting a little bit more consolidation before a potential rally. Any potential rally higher. But ultimately, I was wrong on that, but we still were able to take the money. I was wrong on my thesis, but still profitable. So that's pretty much it, really. I mean, I feel like when I put these videos, like, okay, trade recaps, how can I help you with this? And so all I really think about is, like, okay, well, I had a neutral thesis, and all I wanted was $2. So I waited for my right moment, put on my iron fly, took $2 and closed it. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, but if you have any questions, please write them in the comment section below. I would love to answer if you have any of them. But it's really just quite that simple. And if you're interested in taking these kind of trades with us, I'm sure Black Friday is around the corner and you're expecting to see this on anything and everything. What I will say is you can go to the Zipper store and use the promo code DFS23. And you can choose out of all this stuff and get 30% off. Okay? Or like any of these systems, quick hits, day trading, Sweets Pro, Moxie, Micro, anything and everything. Simple. But there is the promo code if you want to get 30% off. If that is something that interests you. But that's pretty much it. I did my trade. I took my $600 before an hour was open, and then I'm done trading for the day, and then I go about living my life. That's why I like to trade. I want to make my money, I'm be done trading, and I want to sit in front of the computer. I want to go live my life. We don't become traders, we glue to our computers. Remember that. So many people want to sit in front of the computer and be like, what about this? What about that? It doesn't matter. Let's just take our trade, be done with the trade, and then move on. That's all it is. But any questions, or if you want to come take these trades with me, use the promo code and come hang out with me for a little bit and see if you like it. But if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask them in the comment section below, and I will answer every single one of them. Other than that, I hope everyone starts their weekend strong and finish strong, and take care.